What's good, gentlemen? I hope you guys are doing well and all is perfect. Now, listen, today I want to talk about the number one question a woman is always asking herself in a relationship, in a hookup ship, in whatever ship you got. It could be a marriage. Y'all know that statistically speaking, women file most of divorces. If 50%, depending on where you are in the world, up to 50% or more of people that get married get divorced, right? If 50%, that is half, get divorced, of those 50% getting divorced, up to 75%, according to certain studies, of these divorces are being filed by women. And we all know that the majority of breakups are, what can I say? They are instigated by women. Why? Why are women instigating that more than men? And on top of that, here's another thing. Why is it becoming, or will it become more prevalent that women file for divorce, or that girls are more likely to break up with you? There's something called the interdependence theory. You can look it up yourself, but I'm not going to go into that. But the point is, it had a very interesting conclusion that whether somebody stays with somebody comes down to 2 points, or two interesting concepts. One is, am I satisfied with this person in terms of the needs that I have emotionally, physically, financially, or whatever, or my philosophy about relationships, of how relationships work, whether functional or dysfunctional, that philosophy of how relationships works may be. Is it satisfying my need to be praised or worshiped if I'm imbalanced and a narcissist? Or on the other hand, the other thing is how many options do I have and how good are they? In other words, a person who has a lot of options is more likely to file for divorce, is more likely to break up with you, because when they compare to those options and you are not a better option, but an equal option, they will say, okay, you know what? Compared to the others, this person is fine. But if compared to the others, you are lower, according to her social network, according to her friends, according to herself, she feels that this guy's value or quality as a mate is less than these guys who are alternatives. These are guys that she's talking to on Facebook, on Instagram, in physical reality. Because you know what? In today's world, previously, and it has always been this way, men approach women far more than women approach men. Women do approach men. I can attest to that. I've had it happen to me where women approach me. But at the same time, men approach women by factors much higher than women do. This is also an interesting dynamic because it tends to be that, therefore, men will approach women that they find attractive. Women can only choose from the men that approach them. So which means that she might have chosen from the men that approached her the most eligible guy, but he wasn't what she wanted ultimately. And the minute she's in a situation where she can access those guys that represent that better alternative, she may choose those guys over you. Why? Because she never was in love with you or never chose you on the basis of, this is the one I want. It was the answer to the question, what is the best I can get right now? So she took you. In other words, she went to the dealership to buy a car and she said, what can my budget right now afford? And she said, okay, I could get a Honda, I could get a secondhand Mercedes, whatever, like a really small one. She chose the best she could get at that point in time. That's why she got with you. But the minute that her own attractiveness increased, in terms of she started making more money, started buying more products, she started becoming more confident because you are always saying she's beautiful and she's amazing. Plus dudes are all up in her DMs, all that stuff, right? That fact means that she now has a different answer to the question. When she asks herself, is this the best that I can get? She looks at you and she realizes, no, I could get better. And there are better looking and interesting guys in my DMs than this guy. Therefore, she starts looking at those alternatives and starts interacting with them. When she finds one that is going to give her the ability of jumping from you to him and stick to her, well, at least from the evidence that she's gathered, it seems like he is interested enough in her, or she can convince him enough to stay with her, she would jump onto that guy, right? Because he is the answer to the question, is this the best that I can get right now? And the answer is, he is. You are no longer that answer. That's what hypergamy can almost be described as being on some level. That the woman asks a value equation of you. Is this the best I can get? And she goes, oh, no, he's not. I'm going to get somebody else because there's a dude in my DM, or a guy I've gone to tea with, or a guy I've gone to dinner with, or a guy I've gone to sushi with, or a guy I've gone to hang out with secretly behind my man's back or the hookup's back that I feel could take over the position and give me more and give me better, right? More value out of that. That's how it works. That's the secret question, or that question every woman's got in her head when she's in a relationship, when you're looking at her, you're talking to her, is this the best that I can get? That is why, as a guy, your strategy has to always be to know that she's thinking, is this the best I can get? And therefore, to always consider that you have to always be the answer that is yes, in a reasonable frame, of course, guys. I'm not saying spend all your time doing nothing but trying to be the best for her. Be the best for yourself. Always work at being better financially, in confidence, masculinity, abundance, on your purpose. Always work at building, at creating, at being better. If you run 50 meters, run 60 meters. If you made $10, make $12. If you walked 5 kilometers, walk 10 kilometers. If you felt you dressed well, dress better. If you did 10 reps at the gym, do 25. You've got to always go out to be better and to be as attractive as possible. Not only when she compares you to the other guys out there, but when other women look at you and they start approaching you and show her choosing signals. That's what it is. When other women show that they are responding to you as a man with choosing signals. They're showing her that other women feel this guy that she's with is worth them trying to get with. That alone makes her realize, in comparison to other guys, there is value in this guy, and I should respect that, and I should hold on to him, because the answer to the question, is he the best I can get? The other women seem to say yes. And women are group thinkers. If other women think a guy is hot, chances are they'll consider him hot as well. So even if initially she thought a guy was not attractive, if 5 of her friends say he's damn hot, she's gonna start believing he is as well. Typically, that's how women work, right? So given that fact, you know that if you work on always being attractive, always on being confident, being masculine, abundant, getting the bag, you are continually being attractive. You working out at the gym, you making sure you got a good house, a good car, you achieving things in life, you writing books, you making movies, you are attractive, which means other women are gonna choose you, which means in her mind, you are pre-selected and definitely worth keeping. On top of that, because you're improving yourself in relationship to what you were like last year or the year before, when she compares you to other guys, you are more than holding your own, and there is more than enough evidence that you will continue to get better. Therefore, for her to partake in those alternatives that are in her DMs on Facebook or she met in public somewhere is not a good idea, because there's a chance that she will miss out on the value that you are going to obtain by your continuous process of getting better. That's how you deal with that, because she's always asking that question. You have to understand how to deal with it in the actions that you take. And ultimately, you got to understand this, guys. If she asks herself the question and says, is this the best I can get? And she says, no, I can get better with another guy. Your best bet is to let her go. Why? Because you know what? You deserve somebody who chooses you. She's choosing somebody else. Let her choose him, because you deserve to have somebody who chooses you. Because look, when somebody chooses you, you'll be more satisfied in your relationship. You'll be more at peace because you ain't got to worry about stuff. You want somebody that chooses you. And if you got a girl who's always valuing less than other guys, I say let her go, have a good time, good luck and Godspeed with that other dude or whoever it is that was in your DMs or whatever, whoever you had tea with. You go there. Because I am going to focus on getting a person who the answer to the question, is this the best that I can have, is almost or always going to be, yes, he is amazing. I am so blessed to have this guy. I'm so happy to have this guy. He works on himself. He's always pushing. He puts his actions where his mouth is. He doesn't say he's going to do stuff and doesn't do it. He does it. He makes it happen. He's always on his purpose. He doesn't give me too much attention. He's masculine. He's a challenge to be with him. It's important. And that is also why you must also go for girls who look at you as an alpha male, guys. Leave women that don't think you're an alpha male alone. If she looks at you and says, that's not an alpha male, he's not strong enough. Don't mess with that girl, okay? Don't mess with a girl that talks down about you like that. Don't try to convince her of nothing. If a girl does not look at you and say, God, he's hot. Or, wow, I really would like to get with that guy. I really want to be with him. Wow, he's way above what I would expect I can get as a girl. Like she's made an assessment of what she thinks she's able to get, and you are higher than that. You want a girl that is in that situation. A girl that looks at you and says, damn, I'm really lucky to have gotten that guy. I would never have a guy like that. Like, wow, she feels blessed to wake up next to you. Don't chase girls that look at you as a beta male, as a man that they would only get with if they had no other options. A man that would only get with because he's got lots of money and that's the only reason they're with you. Beta really means that you are a choice that is made only when better alternatives are not available or when the person is forced to take you as an option. You don't want to be in that kind of situation, bro. You do not want to do that. You want to have a girl that chooses you because she sees you as alpha, and she generally always says when she asks herself that question, is this the best that I can get? She knows, sure, damn, this is the best I can get, and I am not letting another woman take him from me, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to keep him. That's the answer you want a woman to have in her mind continuously. And that's why it's important for you to choose the right woman and to continually work to be the best, to be better, always, because you know the number one question that she's asking in her mind, and you want to make sure you can answer it. And that's how you keep winning in relationships, hookup ships, whatever ships you've got, that's how you keep that ship going the right direction. You've got to make sure that the answer is yes. Because if a woman is acting crazy on you, acting like she don't think you're the best she can get, she's going to leave you. She's going to cheat on you. And if that's the situation, and you see that, and you can see from her behavior, when what she's doing, what she's saying, that that's what she thinks or feels, get rid of her, guys. Just get rid of her. Let her go find what she thinks is better. Because that frees you up to get a girl that thinks you are worthwhile. You are the better that she should be having. All right. Until next time, guys, do more, be more, become more on your purpose.